8 years. 8 whole years of waiting. 8 years of building someone else's dream while yours collected dust in the corner of your heart. 8 years of defending a love that everyone warned you about. And then, one morning, you wake up to see wedding pictures. Not yours, his, with someone else. But here's the thing that will break you even more. You spoke to him just yesterday. He looked you in the eye through that phone screen and said, "I love you, baby," while his wedding suit hung in the closet behind him. Today, I'm going to tell you about Chiamaka, a woman who sacrificed her future, her dreams, her education for a man who couldn't even give her the decency of a proper goodbye. This is a story about love, sacrifice, and the painful lessons we learn when we lose ourselves in someone else. But before we dive in, welcome to Tales by Mimi, where every story is a life lesson. If this is your first time here, thanks for stopping by. I know we won't disappoint you here. On this channel, we dive deep into African folk tales and real-life stories that educate, entertain, and make you think differently about life. Now, before we get into Chiamaka's story, if you're someone who loves thought-provoking African stories with powerful life lessons, please hit that subscribe button and turn on your notification bell so you never miss a story. And if you've ever sacrificed something important for someone you loved, drop a comment below. I want to hear your story too. Trust me, by the end of this video, you will have so much to say. Let's dive in. Chiamaka was 21 years old when she met Jude. And oh, she was everything. Beauty? Check. Brains? Double check. This girl had ambition burning in her eyes like wildfire. She was a tailor, but not just any tailor. Chiamaka didn't go to any fancy fashion school. She didn't learn from some big-name designer. No. She was gifted. Pure, raw talent mixed with practice and consistency. The kind of consistency that wakes you up at 5 a.m. to finish Mrs. Adebalo's Ankara dress before church on Sunday. The kind that makes you skip parties because you have 3 wedding orders due next week. Every stitch, every measurement, every satisfied customer, it all had a purpose. Chiamaka was saving money. Not for shoes, not for Brazilian hair, not for the latest iPhone. She was saving for her education. She wanted to study law. She wanted to stand in a courtroom one day in her wig and gown and defend people who had no voice. That was her dream. And then she met Jude. Jude was a dreamer too. Big dreams. Medical doctor dreams, United Kingdom dreams, the kind of dreams that make your chest swell with pride when you talk about them. But there was one problem. Dreams don't pay for themselves. Jude and his big mouth. This boy always dreaming, medical doctor, co-medical director ni? UK, does he even have money for jam form? People laughed at him, mocked him, called him a dreamer in the worst way possible. You know how Nigerians can be. If they don't see the money in your hand, your dream is just noise. But Jude's maternal uncle saw something different. He saw determination. He saw potential. And through his connections, he got Jude admitted into one of the best medical schools in Manchester. Can you imagine? One of the best schools in Manchester. Jude nearly fainted when he got that admission letter. His dream was within reach. He could taste it. But here's where the story takes a turn. His uncle told him point blank, "I got you the admission. I cannot pay your fees. I have my own family, my own responsibilities. This opportunity is yours, but you have to find the money yourself." Just like that, Jude's dream was hanging by a thread. One evening, Chiamaka went to visit him as usual. She found him sitting at the back of his house alone, his head in his hands. She'd never seen him like that before. Defeated, broken, quiet. "Baby, what's wrong?" she asked, sitting beside him. And he told her everything, every single detail. The admission, the fees, the uncle's refusal, the impossible situation. Chiamaka listened, and as she listened, something shifted inside her.
She went home that night and couldn't sleep. Her mind was at war with her heart. On one side was her dream, law school, the career she had worked so hard for, the future she had been building stitch by stitch. On the other side was Jude, the man she loved, the man with the dream that was just within reach. For days, she wrestled with this decision. Her mind kept saying, "Chiamaka, don't do it. This is your future, your dream. Don't give it away." But her heart kept whispering, "He needs you. You can help him. Love is sacrifice." And so she made a choice. She gave Jude everything. Every kobo she had saved for her school fees, every naira she had put aside for JAMB, years of early mornings and late nights, all folded into an envelope and placed in his hands. She told him, "Go and chase your dream. I believe in you." She sacrificed her dream so he could pursue his. Before Jude left Nigeria, he made her a promise. Actually, several promises. "Chiamaka, I will never forget you. When I finish school and I settle down, I'm going to spoil you. I'm going to marry you immediately. You are the one who made this possible. You are my wife, nobody else." He held her hands and looked into her eyes when he said these things. And Chiamaka, sweet, trusting Chiamaka, believed every word. But you know what she said to him? She said, "Jude, I'm not after your money. I'm not waiting for you to spoil me. Just treat me well. Just be good to me. That's all I want." That's all she wanted. Simple, right? Not diamonds, not designer bags, just to be treated well. And off he went to the United Kingdom, carrying her dreams in his suitcase along with his own. For the first few years, things were okay. They stayed in touch. Phone calls, video chats, messages. Chiamaka would tell him about her day, about the difficult customer who changed her mind 5 times, about the new Ankara fabric that just came into the market, about how much she missed him. And Jude, he'd tell her about Manchester, about his classes, about the cold weather, about how hard medical school was. But Chiamaka didn't just sit around waiting. Oh no. She opened a poultry farm for Jude. Yes, for him, and managed it like it was her own. With the money Jude gave her, she bought the chickens, fed them, found customers, handled the sales, sent him reports, transferred the profits. She was running his business while he studied abroad. Meanwhile, her own fashion business stayed small, just small enough to survive, because all her energy, all her time, all her focus was split between waiting for Jude and building his future. People talked, oh, they talked. Chiamaka is wasting her life. She's managing poultry for a man who's not even her own husband. What if he doesn't come back? What if he marries a white woman over there? This girl has sacrificed her education for a man. Chai, what a mistake. Some people said it to her face, out of genuine concern. Others whispered it behind her back, out of judgment.
But Chiamaka, she didn't let it bother her. Or, at least, she tried not to. She would tell herself, they don't understand our love. They don't know Jude like I do. He promised me he'll come back. But deep down, in those quiet moments at night, when she was alone with her thoughts, doubt would creep in. Especially when the excuses started. At first, they were small, understandable even. Baby, I'm sorry I didn't call back. I was on shift from morning to the next morning. You know how it is. I couldn't pick up because I was in the middle of an exam. My phone died and I forgot my charger at the hospital. Chiamaka would nod and say, it's okay, baby, I understand.
But then, the excuses grew. The gaps between calls became longer. The messages became shorter. The I love yous became rare. And still, Chiamaka held on, because she'd already invested 8 years, because she'd already given up her dream, because walking away now would mean admitting it was all for nothing. Men came. Good men, capable men, intelligent men who saw her worth, who wanted to marry her, who could help her go back to school, who could build a future with her. And she pushed every single one away. I'm sorry, I'm in a relationship. My boyfriend is coming soon. I'm waiting for someone. Her mother warned her over and over again. Her mother would say, Chiamaka, you are pushing away men who can help you for a man you are not even sure wants you. Open your eyes, my daughter.
Her father was a man of few words, but when he spoke in proverbs. He'd look at her daughter and say, my child, you don't ignore all other trees in the forest because of one tree that blocks the wind. Another time, he said, while you wait for water at the river's edge, water is passing you by from behind. And once, after a particularly heated argument with her mother, her father simply said, excessive desire is worse than a bad destiny. Those words gave Chiamaka hope when she should have been listening to the warning in them. She held on to he'll come back and ignored you're wasting time. And so the years passed. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 whole years.
And one day, Chiamaka's phone rang. It was her cousin, Sarah. Sarah lived in Lagos and was always on social media, always up to date with everyone's business. In her hesitant voice, Chiamaka, I don't know how to tell you this. Chiamaka's heart stopped. Tell me what? It's Jude. I heard he's getting married. Chiamaka laughed, not because it was funny, but because it was impossible. Sarah, don't play with me. Jude, my Jude, getting married? We just spoke last week. I'm serious, Chiamaka. Someone sent me a message. They said the wedding is happening soon. I just wanted to warn you. Chiamaka refused to believe it. She couldn't. She wouldn't. This was her Jude, the man she sacrificed everything for, the man who promised to marry her. So, she went to Facebook. She typed his name. Nothing. His profile was private, no updates, no pictures. Then she remembered his best friend, Chidi. They were friends on Facebook. Chidi didn't even remember that Jude was dating Chiamaka. He posted everything publicly.
And there it was, a photo. Jude in a crisp navy blue suit. And beside him, a woman Chiamaka had never seen before. A woman with a bright smile and a ring on her finger. The caption read,
Big congratulations to my guy. Manchester just got real. Wedding loading. Chiamaka stared at that screen until her vision blurred with tears. Her hands were shaking. Her heart was pounding so loud she could hear it in her ears. This couldn't be real. This had to be a mistake, some kind of sick joke. She scrolled through the comments, people congratulating him, people calling him Dr. Jude now, people asking about the wedding date. And then she saw it, a comment from someone. So happy for you and Ngozi. You guys are perfect together. Ngozi. Her name was Ngozi. But here's the part that will absolutely destroy you. The day before, literally one day before she saw those pictures, Chiamaka had spoken to Jude on the phone. They video called for 30 minutes. He smiled, he laughed, he called her baby. He asked about the poultry farm. He told her he missed her. He said, "I love you," before hanging up. And his wedding suit was probably hanging right there in his room while he said those words to her.
Chiamaka didn't eat for 2 days. She couldn't. She didn't cry either. Not at first. She was in shock, numb, frozen. Her mother found her sitting on the floor of her room, just staring at nothing. Chiamaka, what happened? And when she finally spoke, her voice was hollow. Mama, he's getting married. Her mother didn't say, "I told you so." She didn't need to. She just held her daughter and let her finally break down. All those years, all that sacrifice, all those dreams she gave up, all those men she pushed away, all those times she defended him when people doubted him. For what? To be left behind without even a conversation? Without even an explanation? Without even the respect of a proper goodbye? He didn't call her to explain. He didn't send a message to apologize. He didn't have the dignity to tell him himself that he'd moved on. She had to find out from Facebook. Facebook. And you know what's the worst part is? Jude probably didn't think he did anything wrong. In his mind, he probably thought, well, we were far apart, things changed, I met someone here, that's life. But for Chiamaka, her entire 20s, the years when she should have been building her career, getting her education, exploring her options, were spent building his life. And he just discarded her.
If you are listening to this and you see yourself in Chiamaka's story, if you are sacrificing your future for someone who hasn't secured your present, hear me when I say this. It's not too late to choose yourself. It's not too late to reclaim your dreams. It's not too late to walk away from someone who doesn't value what you've given them. Your life is too precious. Your dreams are too important. And your future is too valuable to be left in the hands of someone who won't even give you a proper goodbye. Choose you. Always choose you. What did you think of Chiamaka's story? Have you ever sacrificed something important for someone who didn't appreciate it? Or do you know someone going through something similar right now? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Let's talk about it.
Your story might be exactly what someone else needs to hear today. If this story touched you, please hit that like button, share it with someone who needs to hear it, and subscribe to Tales by Mimi, where every story is a life lesson. Remember, your dreams matter, your future matters, and you matter. Until next time, take care of yourself, protect your heart, and never forget your worth. Thank you once again for watching, and I'll see you in the next story.